Wrong time, wrong place, dog.
Good riddance.
Your ass is gonna be quiet till your stink ass wait. Oh, mommy, you let the bad man hurt us. Fuck you. We gonna whoop your mama's ass. Wow.
So, it's about time. Volition is finally dead. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, man. All these years. Hell, we never even got the flipping port for Saints Row 2, so even though there's a huge positive, there's also a huge negative. All this time, just for making two of the best games of all time to me, to then just completely putting the franchise into the ground to the point where it's not even recognizable. And all the chances they was given, and just look, man, the game's still not even fixed. Like, you just saw that glitch, but yeah, all that time, what the hell was they doing? It's like they was just trying to get the last bit of money before they got shut down. And it looks like Gearbox, like them joining Gearbox, didn't really matter because after the reboot, they was done. They was done. Yeah, there was no way they was going to recover from that, especially when the DLCs were so bad. Like, yeah. They didn't even try. Yeah. Because they couldn't just, take the piss like, Volition. They couldn't just do that. Wait, I think I just said it wrong. They couldn't take the piss like Rockstar. But yeah, just look how broken this game still is. We're never going to get a fix for this game because even if someone takes over, who's going to care to fix it? Like, who's actually going to care to fix it? Unless someone like, that our late Idol Ninja takes over, rest in peace. Like, someone like him takes over. I just don't know for the future of the franchise. I really don't know. It's the same if, like with Halo. Say if the franchise was gone for a while, then someone else took it over. Who could really make Halo like what it used to be? And I don't even know if there's people still around who would even want to come back from, the Bungie era. Definitely not 343 era. They made garbage. And there's probably people who actually did care about Halo in 343, but they was forced to just make such awful stuff. Yeah. It's just terrible, man. What happened to Saints Row? From being one of the best video game franchises of all time, for me being better than GTA, with the first two games anyway. And then they just, they shot themselves in the face. All the stuff they did in Saints Row 3. Killing Johnny Gart, just completely making the story stupid. Just all the choices they made. Then Saints Row 4, flipping making a DLC the main story with superpowers and shit, aliens. It's just so stupid. The decisions they made. I'm still shocked it took this long for them to die, man. Like, all the chances they had, even from... Because Saints Row the 3rd, I guess that's the one that made them the most money, and that's mainly because of how good Saints Row 2 was. Like, people enjoyed that game so much, and then they hyped up, 3 so much, looking like it was going to be better than Saints Row 2. And then when it finally came out, us OG fans was just like, oh, what is this? But at least they got some new school fans who ended up enjoying it, because they didn't really grow up with the older games to really appreciate them. They just knew from Saints Row 3 and onward. They didn't realise how good the old games were until later on. Yeah. And if you're just a fan of the more over-the-top games anyway, then I see you, but we just had it so good with the OG games. They meant something better than GTA to me. Hell, Saints Row 2 rivaled flipping Rockstar with GTA 4. I remember when I was reading the 360 magazines and people were always debating which one was better. And just the way how even Saints Row Volition had the balls to insult flipping Rockstar. Like, they didn't even have that much balls later on, because they couldn't accept that they kept getting called a GTA clone when in a way that was basically better than GTA, and GTA was eventually taking stuff from Saints Row. Like, my god. Yeah, you're both open world games that do crime and stuff, but Saints Row had things to make it different. And I guess a lot of people didn't really realise that at the time. It's just because it was an open world crime game. Oh look, it's a Saints Row clone. but there was more to Saints Row than that, and it had stuff that flipping GTA didn't, and then GTA eventually ended up taking to the point where flipping GTA became a flipping Saints Row clone. Like, man, it's just, my god. And just think, since GTA became so bad, to think they had a chance to reboot the franchise, make it more like Saints Row 1 and 2, maybe mix in some good elements from 3, because there was some good elements, there really was, but they decided to like focus on the worst elements and just make an even worse game than all the games after 2, like, you know, 3, 4, I never played Get Out of Hell, I guess I'm gonna, well, I'll probably will never play Edges of Mayhem. I've only played 2 hours of the reboot and it was terrible, and I guess I'm going to do a full playthrough to torture myself. Hopefully I can do it with someone, so I'm not alone, but yeah. At least Volition's finally dead, yeah. Like, can we actually get some change now? But I just feel like it's going to take a while before someone would want to take it over though, that's the thing. Who's going to want to take over a franchise that shot itself in the face so many times? Like, my god. Oh. Just all these years waiting for Saints Row to be good again, and they failed time after time after time. Like, they didn't want to change, they didn't want to listen to the fans, they just instead insulted their old and new fans. Like, because it got to the point with the reboot where they basically made the new fans not happy, and the old and new fans actually, you know, flipping united and went against Volition, and yeah, they had no chance at that point. Because you had these new fans from the Saints Row the Third era, and they stuck by you, but then you end up betraying them. I mean, what companies? I don't understand the companies in this generation, because they even betrayed their, you know, flipping new fans. It's like, because, for example, I'm not a fan of, you know, Teen Titans Go. I was more of a fan of the original Teen Titans, but I guess I understand why people like Teen Titans Go more than Teen Titans. But it's just because the original one had such good writing, and yeah, there was probably some silly moments, but it mainly focused on good writing and characters, and that's basically what I grew up with, and why I love shows like The Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, Avatar: The Last Airbender, just Arcane, which I'm just shocked how good that was, and I'm just desperate for season 2. Like, could have taken so long. But yeah, just I grew up with games that had good writing and characters, and that's what Saints Row 1 and 2 had, especially 2. Yeah, because 2 just stepped up with the characters and stories so much, man. Yeah, you know, with characters like Carlos, just making Johnny more of a badass, just everything about the game. Better villains, even though the zombie are not all that, just like the Warders. But you know, just having guns like Los Canales, Vicekins, who else? I guess the Brotherhood, and Man the Warning, probably the best scan we ever got in the whole series, with how they do them, with all the you know, intense stuff. But even though, like, the Brotherhood probably had the most saddest video game death of all time, because seeing it as a kid, Jesus, like, my god, that death was so brutal, if you know which one I'm talking about. And you know anyway, if you've played Saints Row 2, like, what is the most brutal death in the game. But yeah, I'm just happy Volition's gone now. But now it's all about what is going to be the thing to actually make the franchise good now. Who would take over? Who would be the best to take over? Man, I'd love for people from some of the older Saints Row creators who made 1 and 2, and hell, even GTA, come together to just make the ultimate Saints Row game and finally beat GTA. Because GTA 6 doesn't seem like it's coming anytime soon. Like, they've constantly lied saying it's going to come, and then when a hacker basically reveals what the game looks like a bit, like, they get so pissed that they basically want him arrested and shit, taken to court. And I think he was only like 17, right? But I don't even know if he's like 18 now, so he could actually go to prison, which is just, you know, so messed up. And just what they'll do to modders too, like all the work they put into making their games more popular, because people are gonna check out your game more if they have awesome mods for, you know, for the PC people who don't want to just play the original game and online. I mean, because, you know, 5M and stuff, and to the point where they've basically ruined 5M. Ugh. And the thing is, Rockstar can get away with doing shit like this because they've got to the point where they literally have like huge fanboys to defend them and buy shark cards for them, so they don't really have to change at all. Volition, they couldn't really do that. Yeah, they had those kind of fanboys, but there wasn't enough for them to actually stay in business. Like, they don't have those kind of fanboys that are making them 72 million every year. Like, yeah, that's what Rockstar has, and that's why they don't really care about trying anymore. But, you know, Volition, they didn't really have that, so yeah. They made the one call to release the garbage they released, yeah. But like I said, who's gonna take over and make the franchise better? Because I have no clue. I did say like maybe old people from Volition who are actually, you know, making good games, Saints Row 1 and 2, and you know, Bungie with the original Halo trilogy. I just don't know if they'd also fix this. Like, you know what should happen? Like, someone actually does take over who actually, oh my god, just look at this. Oh, to think this is never gonna get fixed. Oh, to think this is never gonna get fixed, man. Jesus. I mean, I heard that if you limit it to 30 FPS, it can fix the cutscenes. But I want to play the game in like over 30 FPS. But hey, if I wanted to do a playthrough in the future with mods, I guess I would have to do that if that's the only way. But yeah, I'd feel like whoever takes over needs to instantly fix this port and then tease the new game. And I just wish they'd basically go back to where Saints Row 2 ended and just go back on, you know, trying to kill decks. That'd be the best thing to do, to be honest. I mean, they could try and do another reboot again with a company that actually cares and has more of the spirit of the old games and mix in some of the over-top stuff with, you know, the more serious tone stuff. You know, I really don't know the future for Saints Row, but yeah, at least the company's finally gone. Bunch of more ones. Because all the OGs ended up leaving anyway, and then the ones that were left was just bugger sugar idiots, man. That's what flipping Cop Footballer would say. Yeah, I just feel bad for Flippy and, you know, Mr. Saints Godzilla, because they stuck by the franchise all this time. Even flipping Professional, like, they ended up buying the game, the reboot, just to show how bad it was. Like, even some of them got insight to the game, but Volition basically lied, showing only the good moments, but then when the game actually came out, it was like a huge lie. Like, man, because hearing that, you know, Mr. Saints Godzilla said that the reboot was going to be good because he got to play it early, made me have hope. And then just a lot of the promotion he was doing with the graffiti on the website, making it look like it's going to be like the old games, and then just how it turned out. Maybe there's hope since this company is gone, but it's just the only bad thing I can say is that, you know, Saints Row 2 will never get fixed. It will never get fixed unless someone does take over and actually cares to fix it. But I think the first thing they're going to focus on is, you know, making the franchise good again. Yeah, only time will tell. But yeah, let me know what you think will happen now since Volition's dead. And who will take over? Because I have no idea. When it comes to stuff like Halo, people say like the Doom creators, Gears of War. I really don't know, to be honest. I don't know with Gears of War. I mean, you could say the Doom creators for them too, because oh man, yeah, man, we'll just see in the future what holds for, you know, Saints Row, and if it can be resurrected. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I've got to say. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Goodbye, Volition, and good riddance.